Khan.
Okay, hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we begin this lesson, we'll start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Ravah. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at the millstone who do well and teach well, and are the true leaders of Israel today. Shalom to the hopeful elect and you Akim your brothers pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election. Amen. This is going to be a lesson going into the bitterness of this truth, because when you first hear this truth, you hear about the spiritual powers, you hear about the deliverance, you hear about yourself being an Israelite, and you're receiving salvation again. You get this boost of euphoria, happiness. We're getting ready to get the healing for thy inheritance. We're getting ready to get spiritual powers. The Lord's dealing with us again. You start understanding the breakdowns, but the more you come into this thing, then you realize that wait, we're still subject unto judgment. We're still subject unto even if we are of the elect, some brothers are got to face a guillotine, a firing squad, and different ways of torture for the Lord's sake, man. So this is something we got to also focus upon as well, man. Because it's not all sweet. The scriptures say that the Lord is the God of balance, man, and a false balance is an abomination unto him. So of course you're gonna have the sweetness of this truth, right? Which you can the kingdom, right? Spiritual powers, the heathen for thy inheritance, the women, the riches, so on and so forth, as well as the bitterness, right? Friends betraying you, family members betraying you, um, loved ones turning you into the police in these coming times. And then on top of that, FEMA camps, reinternment camps, so that if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called, where they go ahead and they reteach you, reteach you. And so a guillotine as well. So as you see, you're not only just getting ready to receive good things, also we're getting ready to face a lot of afflictions, man. But if a brother wants to get that in Revelations 10:9-10.
Yeah, Gamar, if you get that, let me first read in Ezekiel because it speaks about the same topic. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. Okay, and this roll, it represents the Holy Bible. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. What does it mean to eat the Holy Bible? It means to read it and understand it, integrate into it and live by it. Verse 3, the point. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Okay, so that's going into the thing that Gamar gonna read in Revelation.
God, there's the book of Revelation 10:9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. This verse 10. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
You see, because he understood, the things that we're getting ready to face, and we're gonna have to go through. Let me see. Let me get this real quick.
I got a quick scripture argument that I want to share. This is Ezekiel 2:10. And he spread it before me, going into the scriptures, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woes. So examples of bitterness of the truth, man, is lamentations. We have the in the scriptures, the book of Lamentations of Jeremiah. Mournings. The scriptures speak about it's better to be in the house of mourning than in the house of happiness and mirth, right? And woe. Woe means destruction. We're heading into World War III, and we're going to see it, like Brother Zayan mentioned earlier. We're going to see a lot of family members, cousins, aunties, friends in the world, you know, snitching or deporting Akim, for an incentive, selling out, woes going into miseries. A lot of brothers are going to have to face the what they call the concentration camps, the guillotines, which, real quick, this is an article that I want to share with you, Akim, just the title. It says, "Prepare the guillotines. Trump has nominated 10 billionaires to serve in his administration." So those 10 billionaires that are going to serve with the administration of Trump, okay, are going to help, further the new world agenda into beheading those who don't take, or bow down to the image of the beast and take the mark.
I got a precept for you, Art.
Khan.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. You see, and what is going to allow us to gain stability during the time of Jacob's trouble? Wisdom, right? So brothers are right now stacking up on that wisdom, which is likened it to oil. Brothers are stacking up on that, which allows us to really just be in a state of not ever really being in the spirit of mirth, man. Because we understand things that are either up ahead, and really down the street, man. And knowing this stuff, like loved ones betraying you, facing a guillotine, so on and so forth. We have to make sure that we're mentally, strong, and have enough oil, right? Enough faith, enough wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so that we may be able to make it through that.
Mhm.
Got it?
Also, real quick, I wanted to share the Greek meaning of the word bitter, going back to Revelation chapter 10 and verse 9. Verse 10, it says, "And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter." Now, the word bitter in the Strong's G 4089 is the root word pikros. Pikros. And the metaphor, it says harsh, virulent. Now, that word virulent, it means deadly, lethal, fatal, mortal, terminal, dangerous. So, hey, man, we're heading into dangerous times, man. We have to understand that once once we eat, the sweet part of the scriptures, spiritually eating that honey, there's also going to come the bitterness of, persecution. Yahushua said, "You shall be hated." Okay, for all nations shall hate you because of my name's sakes. So, in this truth, it comes with bitterness. So that's something that we have to be conscious about and aware. We're not going to go into Jacob's trouble, and then just get delivered right away, man. No, we have to go through the bitterness before we get saved. So Joachim got it.
This is Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. So you're not gonna, this is not balance. You come into this truth, you just have fun, you just, enjoy, you have good times, okay? And then, you're just somewhere, having a barbecue, and this is how it goes. You have no troubles, you have no financial troubles, you have everything goes well with all of your family members. You get just promotion upon promotion on your job. Everybody likes you. You're just this dude. All your neighbors are like, hey Joe, hey Joe. And no problems at all. And then the Lord comes back and you just pew. Bro, that's not realistic, man. You're gonna catch hell, bro. We just read that false balance is abomination to the Lord. So you're gonna have good days and bad days. You're gonna have good seasons and bad seasons. And it's all part of the journey, man. Okay, so your brothers got it.
I got one to share with you, Arakia. Proverbs 16:11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. So whether you catch hell or you catch the bitterness, the sweet part, man, hey, that's the Lord giving you your measure according to his will, man. Just want to share that with you, Akim.
Khan. Also in Isaiah 45 and 7. Okay, because these are all, and this is everything is by the will of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Okay, this is Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. Okay, so when you receive bad things, like look at Job. Okay, Job received he was catching hell, man. Okay, but it was done unto him by Yahweh through Satan. Okay, so also, when we have trials, and when uh, when we are going through a hell period, okay, it's done to us by Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai through the spiritual demon Satan and his minions. Okay, so don't get it mixed up, man. Okay,
Hey,
the Most
Connor,
High Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai is in control of everything. You got it, Saya?
just wanted to say real quick because Satan is just another angel of Yahweh, of Yahweh, and the saint and all the angels obey the Most High. Man, there's no angel that goes against what the Lord wants to get done. And real quick, Job is actually a beautiful example of of us Akim and what we're getting ready to go through. Man, the Lord had it to where he got downtrodden and tested. Are we not getting ready to go through that fiery trial to enter the kingdom? He got tested, and it was he got hit with boils. His woman left him. He lost his kids. He went through a heavy lot. Livestock. And back then livestock was the equivalent to money. Okay, so he lost. He got a big financial burden on him, but he still held his integrity and believed in Yahweh Shai or Yahweh at the time, and he received everything 100-fold. Man, he got everything, or I forgot how many fold back, but he received everything back in a greater way. Same thing with us, bro. We're gonna get ready to lose loved ones, friends, families, so on and so forth, in our own lives. But brothers are gonna get ready to inherit the kingdom, which is gonna be even more than what you can even think of, bro. Right? So let me get this real quick. Psalms 116 and 15, because I mentioned how they lose their own lives. This is the book of Psalms 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints, man. Believe it or not, or if a brother faces a guillotine, bro, and you're able to go through it, you have one of the highest lots that comes with this truth, bro. So don't think of it like as a why me, Lord. Why? If anything, be like, damn, Lord, Babak, wish I just give me the strength to go through it. Because really, that's actually a heavy lot, man. But your brothers.
Calm, bro. Hey, Gamar, Babusha, can you get it? Can you get the first Thessalonians chapter 4 and verses 16 to 18 to back up what Zayan just read? And before that, real quick, this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. These are the words of Yahweh Shai. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Okay, these concentration camps. Okay, and also actually, prisons, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which 10 days just means a period of time. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay, so until the end, you have to remain strong. You got it, Gamar?
Yeah, First Thessalonians 4 and 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High Yahweh, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. Because, like Zayan said, if you become a martyr, okay, or if transition, okay, if you pass away while being in this truth, okay, while maintaining a sincere spirit until your last breath, you're gonna be highly rewarded, man. You're gonna be highly glorified, as it says here. You're gonna be among the first that are gonna be raised up to the chariots, man. Okay, like a VIP, man. You get the first access. Okay, so and also in Wisdom of Solomon, he speaks about it. man, that's wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. You know, I'm gonna go there, man. But it's super powerful. You know, meanwhile, Joachim, you got it, man.
Kind of just a real quick saying. Just wanted to throw this in there. That also shows the balance of the Most High. You see, you're getting ready to, inherit, a strong lot, but on the contrary, you're going to be the first one to come back, or one of the first ones to come back with the Lord, man. Showing that, perfect balance with the Lord.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, so okay, let me get real quick this wisdom of Solomon. Okay, chapter 3, verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Okay? So, you know, it says it's all, man. Self explanatory. Verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Okay? And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for Himself.
Wow.
Okay? You know, so, this is what we meditate upon, man. You know, staying strong no matter what happens. Like, even before going in, just quick testimony. I told the brothers that I was stolen some cash today while I was not attending my stuff. I was stolen some amount of cash, and for a moment, I was a little bit annoyed. But even at the same time, I was saying, "Oh, praise Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai," because the situation could have been much worse. Much more could have been stolen, basically. But it's just things you cannot get stunned. And then you say, hey, man, fuck this shit, man. Hey, this fucking bullshit, man. Hey, what the fuck, man? No, man. Like, take it to the chin and move on, man. Hey, Joachim got it.
Yeah, when Yahushua said, "Be faithful unto death, and I shall give you a crown of life." Also, so young you brought out, I believe that was in back, where it says, the Lord is faithful to all His saints that have been put to death." If you could read that one more time, so we get the example of the John.
Kind of like this is the book of Luke, or so like not Luke. So like in Psalms 116 and 15.
Yep.
Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of His saints.
Yep. And that example took place here in Mark 6 and 14. Okay, this is the incident of John the Baptist being beheaded because he rebuked Herod. He rebuked him for going against the law of Moses, which is a sin. And I'm gonna break it down here. This is Mark 6 and 14. And King Herod heard of Yahushai, for his name was spread abroad, and he said that John the Baptist was risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works to show forth themselves in him. I'm gonna get straight to the point. This is verse 16. But when Herod heard thereof, he said, "It is John whom I beheaded. He is risen from the dead." For Herod himself has sent forth and laid hold upon John, and bound him in prison for Herodias' sakes, his brother Philip's wife, for he had married her. For John had said unto Herod, "It is not lawful for you to have thy brother's wife." And that's in Leviticus, I believe that's the 19th chapter. Okay, that's according to the laws. Okay, it says here that it's not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife. So John the Baptist, what he was doing, he was rebuking Herod, and that's the same thing us Akim we're doing. We're rebuking the wickedness of this world, and Esau knows that, so he's gonna have to put matters into his own hands by trying to send us to FEMA camps, persecution, beheaded like John the Baptist. Verse 19. Therefore, Herodias had a quarrel against him and would have killed him, but she could not. For Herod feared John, knowing that he was a just man. He was a man of the Lord and a holy person, and observed him. And when he heard him, he did many things and heard him gladly. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lord's high captains and chief states of Galilee. And when the daughter of the said Herodias came in and danced, pleased Herod and them that sat him, the king said unto the damsel, Ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it to you. And he swore unto her, whatsoever thou shalt ask of me, I will give unto you, unto half of my kingdom. Okay, and this is the point right here, Akim. And she went forth and said unto her mother, what shall I ask? And she said, the head of John the Baptist. And she came straightway with haste unto the king and asked, saying, I will that thou give me by and by in a charger in the head of John the Baptist. So that charger was a plate, it was a silver plate. Okay, so what she wanted for her birthday was the head of John the Baptist, man, a man of the Lord. You see?
And
So that's the bitterness of the truth, man. You know, John the Baptist from the lineage of the Levitical priesthood, man, a man of the Lord got beheaded, verse 28. And the king was exceeding sorry, yet for his old sake and for their sakes which sat with him, he would not reject her. And immediately the king set an executioner, so I don't know how to say that, or like a bounty hunter, pretty much, and commanded his head to be brought, and he went and beheaded him in prison. So this scripture lines up with a Rocket brought out, where it says, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, be ye faithful unto death, and I shall give you a crown of life. So that incident happened during the times of John the Baptist, and like it says in Ecclesiastes, there's no new thing under the sun. So just like what happened in 70 AD during Yahushua, hey, that's going to happen in the last days, man. So brothers are going to have to go through that lot, man. And it's scary, you know, in the flesh, but at the same time, Yahushua said, well, fear not them, you know, that could kill the body, but fear him that kills the soul and body in hell. You know, so, you know, just wanted to bring that example to you, Akim.
Powerful, man. Powerful, bro. Zayan, you have something? Okay. Let me see.
And also, I wanted to say, man, when John the Baptist was beheaded, you know, the truth actually expounded more. You know, like the more we caught hell, the more people got persecuted, the more believers came, you know, to the knowledge of who Yahweh and Yahushua was, man. So really, the Akim getting beheaded in the last days, man, that's just a testimony for the elect to come in the last second, man, and ultimately, you know, they could be part of the 144,000.
Yeah, man. And also, you know, it's an honorable thing to go through hardship for the name of Yahweh Shai, man. I got the scripture here. So this is concerning when the apostles, okay, they were in front of Gamaliel, okay, and these you know, Pharisees, okay. So let me just go to the point, man. Okay, this is Gamaliel speaking, Acts 5:38. I have to get a little bit of the context, but yeah, Acts 5:38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High. Okay, verse 40, the point. And to him they agreed. And when they had caught the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahweh Shai, and let them go. Verse 41. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. Okay, so imagine you just get fucking whipped, man. What is it? 40 times? You know, the law says you can only strike an Israelite. Is it 40 times with the whip? I believe Apostle Paul also said, you know, many times he has been whipped 40 times or 39 times. You know, so they got fucking beaten up, man. But they were happy that they were counted, you know, worthy enough to suffer shame for the name of Yahweh Shai. Verse 42. And daily in the temple and in every house they ceased not to teach and preach Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which I believe, not believe, but which uh, in my opinion, is very beautiful because in two verses above, these Pharisees, wicked Pharisees, they say that, you cannot speak in the name of Yahushua anymore. And then two verses above, it says, and daily in the temple and in every house, they ceased not to teach and preach Yahushua HaMashiach. So they was like, nah, man, fuck these motherfuckers. We're going to do this regardless, man. Yeah. Yeah. You got it, man.
Also that account in another part of the bitterness of the truth. Also that account in Maccabees with the mother and the two children. If you brothers know what I'm talking about, when they came in and they said if they don't eat pork,
No, it's 7 children, right?
What was it?
Mother and 7 children, no? In
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think yeah.
yeah.
And they're slowly, for not, following, Nero's or in this time, right, Nero's or DJ Trump's orders, brothers are gonna get put into, different, forms of, torture, bro. And that's something, we gotta actually focus on and think about. That's why the scriptures say, count the cost. Do you really want to go through, a guillotine for the name of the Lord? Do you just want to, you know what? I don't even want to teach this truth. I don't even want to be a part of the ministry because you know what? I know I can't do it. I'm gonna be in the world because hey, that's one thing us when we came into the ministry, we had to think about as well. Damn, we got to go through this. We're gonna have to go through that. We might have to, do this and do that. Hey, well, F it, that's what we gotta do. Then Jake, doesn't count the cost, and they just come in this thing, and next thing the trials start coming in. You start losing friends, you start losing, loved ones, and next thing you're out of the truth. So you got to make sure you're able to, withstand everything you're going through, and it's only gonna get harder, man. You brothers got it.
Hey, real quick, man, I got another testimony from Second Maccabees. Okay, from the books of Maccabees concerning faith in this truth, man. Gone. Okay, so this is Second Maccabees chapter 6, verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. So they was forcing these our people, okay, Israelites, men of that was that reputation, that was known to be, a goodly, righteous men.
Hey,
They were forcing to. What's up?
I think that's the account I was talking about. You got it though, Salaki.
Yeah, this is the count of Eleazar, but there's also another with the mother and the 7 children. But yeah, let me get this first.
Salaki.
Yeah, Kanka, it's all good, bro. So they forced him to eat swine's flesh, man. Okay, so this is verse 19. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment. So he was ready to be tortured, man. Okay, verse 21. Let me jump around a little bit. No, I have to just continue, man. Verse 20. As it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. Okay, so you cannot sell out, for anything, against this truth. Verse 21. But they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. So it does some high level wickedness, man. They were saying that, hey, you can take a little bit of that lamb, or if you have a little bit of beef, just cook it up, man. Just bring it in front of us, and just we just play like it's pork. Just do that, man. Just do it. Okay. Verse 22. That in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. Okay. Verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age and the excellency of his ancient years and the honor of his grey head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by the Most High Yahweh. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightways to send him to the grave. So he said, just kill me, man. Just kill me. I'm not gonna do that shit.
Stop
Verse 24.
enticing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it, man. Verse 24. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being fourscore years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion. So that's very beautiful, man. This man Eleazar, he was 90 years old, okay, and since he was a child, he was righteous, man. He was walking in the ways of the Lord. So he was like, no, I don't want to leave that legacy to the young, to the youth, to the younger generation. That here it is, Eleazar, all his life he did well, but then he's 90 years old and he's gonna sell out. So we have to have this level of faith, man.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Then if you read on down, they pretty much killed him, man. Yeah.
Kind of, and how much more, us I can, bro, coming into this time that we're coming into the end of the end, bro.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to receive the final reward, bro. And instead of that pork, you got to think about it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be just put the sea hip inside your hand, bro. Come on, there's no food, there's no water, there's no nothing. Come on, they got light over there. They got resources over there, bro. Just put the sea hip. Come on, start. It's gonna be the exact. Just take a little bite of the pork. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just take, f that. You gotta be in that, in the spirit of, no, the Lord's, the Lord got me, bro. The Lord's gonna provide for me. The Lord's gonna look out after me. Jake, it's gonna be the exact same thing. That's bitterness, bro. That's like, damn, bro. Like, you're gonna have your friend, maybe your friend you even camp with, bro. It's gonna be like, bro. It's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be. You gotta think. You gotta take everything. You gotta take everything into consideration, bro. Of am I gonna really be able to say no to the guillotine when there's no food and water? Am I gonna have that faith? Am I really gonna be ready to get persecuted by people in the world? Hey, it's gonna be a heavy lot coming into this time that we're coming into.
Yeah, man. And let me read just the final words of this
Got it.
this second Maccabees chapter 6, because it's very powerful, man. Okay. So what went on to happen? They started to torture this man Eleazar, man. Okay. So verse second Maccabees 6:30. But when he was ready to die with stripes, okay, he groaned and said, "It is manifest unto the Lord that the holy knowledge that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten." So he could have, as you said, bro, taken the charagma, pretty much, eating the swine, taking the charagma. He could have done the fucked up thing to sell out and leave, but now he's being put to death. Okay, so this is what he says, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul I am well content to suffer these things, because I fear him. And thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation.
Mighty, bro. That's my. You know what? Reading that gives you comfort of the bitterness.
God.
It's like, yeah, I'm getting, I can go through that guillotine, but look at the men of old. When they're going through their bitterness, they still held their faith, and that's the balance of it. It was bitter to the flesh, but the soul was what? Was sweet. He's like, man, this is gonna be great for my legacy. This is gonna be great for, he didn't even care after that. Right? So that's a beautiful precept. And honestly, that could be the closing precept right there. That was heavy. I don't know if brothers have anything more to, bring out, but
Yeah, Gamar, did you have something? Because I noticed that the connection was messing up. Bro, Gamar, can you hear?
Can you hear me now?
Can't. We can hear you, bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I have had this precept for the past 10 minutes, but Shatam and the Prince of the Power of the Air had to do his thing. This is just concerning what Brother Arakia mentioned concerning the sufferings of Apostle Paul. Okay, briefly, this is the book of Second Corinthians 11 and 24. Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. And according to the law, Deuteronomy 25 and 3. Real quick, give me a second, Akim. Deuteronomy 25 and 3. 40 stripes may be given to a man, but no more, lest if he should exceed and beat him above these many stripes, then thy brother should seem vow unto you, man. So the point is, that those stripes represent the sufferings, man, that us, Akim, we're gonna have to go through, man, in order to, before we receive deliverance, man. Because how are you gonna get delivered if you don't go through hell? You don't go through tribulation. The Lord ain't just gonna come and deliver you while everything's okay, while everything's sweet. No, man, the Lord only delivers those who are going through bitterness, who are catching extreme hell.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's part of the battle, man. So, Zion, you had anything else, or we close out?
Like,
Come on, close it out, bro. You got it.
so with that, I want to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power. Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, the bonus to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom, wa Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatam.
Shalom.
Shalom.